Merry Crafty Christmas in July 2023. This is the collaboration that we have every year, and by we I mean Lisa Fisher from Lisa's Paper Lace and Bling, and me, Terry, from Sweet Pea Papers, and we just love it. Every year for the month of July we do Christmas projects, and I say projects multiple because this year I'm doing 2. Depending on the time limit, I may do one more short one. And yeah, so the like I said, the collaboration is by Sweet Pea Papers and Sweet Pea Papers Facebook group, Lisa's Paper Lace and Bling Facebook group, and Paper Lace and Bling Etsy shop, excuse me. And all the links will be below. Don't worry about it. Just scroll on down. And this year we were lucky enough to get 15 more collaborators to go in with us, and they've all committed to making 8 videos during the month of July on Christmas projects. It could be one big project all the way through the month. It could be how to make this in such tag, how to make this in such whatever, but you're gonna have to check them out to find out what they are. So of course all those links are below as well. Now, as far as Sweet Pea Papers is concerned, we're having a drawing / giveaway on August 1st. So you have until July 31st to get your name in the pot. And how do you do that, you might ask? Okay, well, the first way is easy. If you live in the US and you're a subscriber, just make a comment below the video here, and in the comments somewhere use the hashtag Crafty Christmas in July 2023. Easy peasy, you have an entry. You can go all the way back to July 1st from the first video and make a comment under each and every video from then until now, which is quite a few, and that will get you an entry in each one. I see all the new entries. If you make a comment under the comment, though, like a reply, I won't see that. So don't do that. If you need to get a hold of me about this or anything else, just send me an email at sweetpeapapers2020@gmail.com, and that's below as well. So that's the first way to enter, is to make a comment below the videos during the time period of July 1st through July 31st, 2023. The other way to enter, and that can get you a bunch of entries, plus you can have a ton of fun, is to go over to the Sweet Pea Papers Facebook group and post your pics. Every pic that you post with the hashtag Crafty Christmas in July 2023 in the post will get you an entry. So if you have 5 pictures of one project, make 5 posts, not 1 post. Each post equals 1 entry. You got it? So if you make 1 entry or 1 post and it's got 5 pictures, that's still only 1 entry. I'm not going around counting pictures. It's going to be hard enough to keep track of all the hashtags. Okay, so those are the 2 ways you can enter. Plus, Lisa's having stuff over at her place. So don't forget to zoom on over to her Facebook group and her YouTube channel and check that out and see what she's doing over there. I'm filming this in May, believe it or not. So I don't have any finalized stuff on what she's doing, but I know that she's going to be doing some great stuff over there too. Okay, so that's it for that spiel. This is video 9, and in video 9 we make the cover. So that's what we're getting ready to do. The signatures are done. We glued the 2 pieces of paper together in video 8. And, oops, hold on just 1 second. There we go. In video 8, and we drew our 1-inch line. Now we just have to glue the cardboard on, wrap it in the paper the inside, put the signatures in, and then we'll be done. Okay? So the first thing we want to do is you're going to want to cut 4 cereal boxes, pieces of cereal box, or 1 lightweight chipboard, or 2 lightweight chipboards. Lightweight chipboard is about the thickness of a cereal box cover, and it's too thin for most covers. Now I've done it with 1, but they were thin, small books. And this one isn't very big, but it's still, I still put 2 cereal boxes together, pieces. This is a 9x6, and you want to make sure to glue the shiny sides together. And this is a 1¼ inch spine. Well, that's two glued together and it feels pretty mushy. 1½ inch spine. Oh, because the first signature is bigger than the second one. And then here's another 6 by 9. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our spine and we're going to line it up across this bottom line, and we're going to line it up right in the center of our seam. Okay, and then we're going to glue it there. So making covers is easy. I was terrified the first time I did it. My hands were shaking. I have no idea why. It's just paper and cardboard. If you mess it up, then make another one. You want to glue this on pretty good. You don't want the paper to pucker out when you open the book. There's a lot of stress on it. So let's make sure we glue this pretty good. I know normally I don't do the centers because you don't have to, but on this I feel like you have to. And I do still put more in the bottom, in the top, so we can slide it around a little bit if we need to, hopefully before the center grabs. Okay, and we're just going to line it up. And I usually put lace or paper or something on my spine. That's why I line it up here. Otherwise, it's going to end up in the middle of the back or something, which isn't necessarily bad, but there we go. And you'll see that we don't have that much. We've got 1 inch and 1 inch and 9. That's 11. So we don't even have to trim the top and the bottom. Okay, now we're going to do the same thing with either side, and we're going to leave a little teeny gap. It has to be enough so the book can fold, but not so much that it's what I call loosey-goosey. I've made plenty of loosey-goosey spines. There's nothing wrong with it, or books. It just kind of flops. With the cover, with this, I don't remember if it does it with the white or not. I know with the cream, you can see the glue through it a little bit, even though it's 65-pound cardstock. I've never had that happen with gluing down any white paper on white paper. I don't know if it has something to do with it being on cardboard. I'm just not sure. Not sure why. So I'm just going to do my corners and my edges. Most people do the whole thing. I had a friend use my system on 2 pieces of paper, and the middle was loose, and I have no idea why. I don't know what the deal is, but apparently it was all my fault. So, you do you. I have hardly any glue coming out. There we go. Yay, Fabri-Tac in the morning. But you want to make sure it's far enough away that it's at least the thickness of the board. If you're using chipboard or cardboard, otherwise it won't close. Okay, you do the same with this one. And this uses quite a bit of glue, so just get ready. So I put more glue down the edges than what it looks. I don't use one of those little bitty, what do you call it, bottles. This is a cake decorating bottle. So, I can't think of the name of the glue. Art glitter glue bottle. with that little teeny needle point. The only reason I don't use art glitter glue, it's a good glue, is that it's just too quick for me. I need to be able to move stuff around. I make mistakes just like, you know, everybody. And I need to be able to move stuff around. Sometimes I need to peel things back up real quick. Woo! Sometimes I don't even smell the Fabri-Tac, and then other times it's just like, wow. See how this is kind of going on crooked for some reason. The other one went on perfectly fine. Okay. Now, this isn't that much wider than an inch. This is 1 3/8 inches. 3/8. 1.5 inches. This one's a little over 1.5 inches. Well, I think I will. Let me grab my other ruler. Mr. Pen ruler is just a little over 1 inch wide, and it makes it easy to draw a line. There went my little Timmy stapler. Okay, we'll just do it on this side. See, it's really not that much. This really looks like it's crooked. Doesn't matter if the whole thing is crooked, because then it's still going to be lined up. Just don't want one piece to be crooked. Oh, come on, a little tiny attacher. Come on, folks, it's a stapler. I'm just saying. I love the Tim Holtz stuff, don't get me wrong, but it is a stapler. And you're not going to see the inside when we fold this paper. You're not going to see the edge. So don't get too bent out of shape. I mean, you don't want to make it all crazy or whatever. But you don't have to freak out if the edge isn't perfectly straight. I'm going to trim the corners. I'm going to try not to have the cardboard poking out this time. Remember that we sparkled the paper, so it looks like beautiful snow. Oh, I did it here. That's close. I have a little gizmo that's supposed to show me I could draw straight around. It's like a little ruler thingy for corners. But it didn't come with any directions on how to figure it out. If I touch that, I'll just make it. We're putting corners on, silver ones. So that doesn't mean you can get super sloppy, but I'm just saying. Alright, here we go with all the glue. You ready? Run glue along the edge here where it meets, where the cardboard meets the paper. I always run it down in there just a little bit. Well, I don't always remember to do it, but I try to remember to do it. Then we're going to put glue along here on the edge. along this edge. And we're just gonna do enough to hold our paper down. I think I'm gonna have to take this big shirt off. I think my cuff is gonna be dragging through glue. It's almost June. And I'm sitting here with a blue jean shirt on and a t-shirt. I did have hand warmers on earlier. So just kind of slowly bending it and slide it towards you. I don't know what kind of fuzz that is, but I'm not happy with it at all. It was not there before. There we go. And we're gonna kind of make a little groove in here where the open space is, kind of give it an idea where to go. That's why I kind of stick a little bit of glue in there. Be careful, use the flat side of your bone folder. I need to get a new one. This one has Fabri-Tac all over it. If you use the point, you'll push right through your paper. Still have a little wrinkle there. I think it'll be covered up. Okay, now we're going to do this side. Always do the two long sides first. Come on, glue. Ooh, that's close right there. So that one is crooked. Well, it's all right. We'll deal with it. And I should have bent the paper first to kind of break the fibers a little bit and make it easier to fold over. That could be why I had that wrinkle. And I forgot to do it on this side too. When you do this part right here, you should do that once first to kind of break the fibers. So that's why I kind of tip it forward a little bit. And then I go all the way and slide it towards me. And you can hear the paper crackle. I'm getting schmutz all over my cover. And I cleaned off my work surface, but and that's how I get glue on it. It's still big enough for the bone folder to go in there. In most cases, if you can run the bone folder through it, nice and snug, then you're okay on the size. I'm going to do both ends so I remember. Okay, put the glue along the seam. I probably could have paused it after doing the first one, but we're going now. If we have to, we'll just make this video a little bit longer. See, I don't know where that's coming from. I guess I'm used to dealing with cream colored paper. I'm just going to keep spinning it around the whole video. It's just because I'm right-handed. Now I got a piece of tape glued to my finger. Smells like nail polish remover. I may have gotten too much glue on that. You don't want so much glue that it oozes out everywhere. It looks pretty with the sparkles. We're going to cover most of this, but doesn't mean I want gunk on it. Oh, I was alright on all four corners. I did leave my phone in the living room this time. There is a something there. Okay. Now we have to do the center in the middle. The center in the middle. The center on the inside. These are the papers that I've picked out. Wow. This one really crinkled up. And in fact, let me put you on hold. I have to do another one. And ta-da, the papers appear. What happened was I had gotten them too wet when I sprayed them with my sparkly spray because I really wanted it to be sparkly. And it had warped the paper, and there was no getting back from that. So these are the papers we're going to use on the cover. Now, obviously, since there's two of these are going to be our front and back inside covers. This is going to be our front cover. I'm going to trim it around. I printed this out at what's called half-page size. My printer was not happy at all. I could have just reduced it by a percentage, but I discovered a half-page size setting in my printer settings, and so I went for it, and it printed a half-page size page in the middle of the page. These are regular 8.5 by 11s, all of these. Okay, so we're going to work on the inside. And I want to have the same in the center as I do on either side. That's what I've decided. I should have gone for this. I don't think this one was... No, you can see it's alcohol stained. Alright, so this is what we're going to do. Set this aside. And the reason I had to have 2 is because I really need 3. Hold on. Alright, sorry about all the craziness. I forgot, with this being vertical, we're going to be cutting a piece out to fit in here. And so we wouldn't have that wide piece that we need for the center. Okay, so with this being 8.5 by 11, we want to cut it out to be 5.5 by 8.5. And I want this to be across the top. So we're going to go 8.5 this, 5.5 this way, and then we'll cut it out 8.5 that way. In fact, I'm wondering about the 8.5 because it's 9. I'm gonna go 8 3/4. No, I can't. Gotta go 8.5 because the papers are 8.5. The book, it has to all line up. Here's something we could use for a pocket. We need a pocket for our drawing board. I'm not sure how that's gonna work. So we need it 5.5 wide. Eight and a half tall with the Christmas at the top. But if we decide to do pockets, there's matching pockets right there. Okay, and then for the center, see if this piece is dry. Yep, for the center, I'm thinking we're never going to get this Merry Christmas to line up. It's just not going to happen. So I'm thinking of cutting that off for the center and just having this, and then it'll be a lot easier to see to put our eyelets in as well. So this one we're going to do 8.5 from the bottom. This might make better pockets, huh? 8.5, so we need 5.5. Okay. So now this one we really don't need 5.5 wide. I would say, let's see, it's 1.5 inches, 2.5, 3.5. We only need 4. Okay. So we're going to glue that in to cover the middle, and then we'll glue the 2 side papers in. Wow. You know, I thought I would like this, but I think I want a solid color here. What about white for the snow? Could just do white. You know, I actually think I could live with that, because all of our other patterns are busy. They're like snowflakes and all that mess. And it's sparkly because you have to spray the back side to get it to lay flat once you spray the front side. So let's glue this down. And this you want to glue a lot in the center, okay? So we're going to glue this the normal way, and we want extra glue. We don't want it to buckle up in the center when we open and close the book. And glue it down the edge. Do our corner thing so we can move it around. A lot of glue. The center part is the most important part, I think, to having a nice looking cover. Okay, now we're going to do the center, but we're going to do the center more. So we're going to do the whole paper. And then we're going to go up the very middle. About that 1.5 inches wide. And then I just had my fingers in my corner glue. Then I'm also going to put glue in here. Just in between, not past, up on the white. And then I'm going to put some glue down in here as well. Come on, glue. Okay, and we want to line it up even from the top and the bottom. And even from side to side. And we want it to be straight. Let's mush all that glue down. There's a little bit of a where the color came through there, but it's going to be covered by the side piece. That's why I didn't pay any attention to it. And I got glue coming out there, but my glue eraser will get that. Then we want to do down our center here so we can do our fold. Remember, we're just using the side of the bone folder. With that glue down in there, it kind of grabs it. And take care of this. These glue erasers are great. You can get one for a couple of bucks on Amazon. I've had this one for years. And it's still almost the same size as it was when it started out. This is just balled up glue. You can pick it off. Or you can just keep using it nasty like I do. Completely up to you. Okay. Now we're going to glue these in. Okay. That looks nice. I'm glad I went with the white. Think how much easier our life's going to be when we go to put the eyelets in. See how the blue came through? I got a little carried away with the alcohol spray. It'll take a minute for the glue to get down here now. I've used a lot of it. I don't know why I just glued that right across there. Kind of silly. Kind of silly, really. Finally got some glue to come out. There we go. Okay, now whichever way we want to be the top, you have to make sure it's the top all the way around. Okay? Check something really quick. Yeah, we're going to have trouble with the pocket. I should have made it narrower. We can use some Velcro. We'll Velcro it in. 4 dots. Okay. Oh, that darn phone. Half the time it's Temu. Alright. No more big blue shirt. Now the cover on the front, we're going to use the last of our lace on that. We're going to put it around that little picture in the center. Top, top, top. Yeah, I thought there was a little bit of glue right there. Okay. And that's our inside cover. Now, that makes this the front, this the top, this is the top, this This is the back. All right, let's do the back first. I love this one. We didn't get to use it really that much, so I sprayed it and we're putting it on the back. Now this one we're going to measure because we've got our 9 inches and we just want a little bit. We're not just going to cut it 8.5 straight out. You should have flipped it over. No, wait a minute. I told myself to remember this. We want the Santas to not be cut off here. So I want to measure it from this side. Wow, which is much more difficult. Well, it's 9 by 6, so we want to take 1/4 of an inch off, so that's going to be 8 3/4 high. Okay. I just can't see. This is 6, so it should be 5 3/4 wide. Hope that's right, because 5 3/4 is right in the center of that area, that no man's land on your paper trimmer. I could have flipped it over and done it that way. Normally I wouldn't do that, but I need to see. Okay. So we did 5 3/4 by 8 3/4. I almost used this paper on the front cover as well and put the Santa on it, but it was just a little bit much. I can smell the alcohol off the paper. My paper is drunk. Ah, I think it's me that's drunk. Can't even glue in a straight line. Well, in a straight swirly line. Okay, that is crooked. Is it the paper? Or is it the book? It's not the paper. The paper is cut straight. Because you can see just a teeny bit of the circle on all of them all the way across. Look at that, it didn't even cut the Santa's faces off. Wow. We're going to have, I'm wondering if I want to put some paper there. If I want to put some paper there, or if I want to, we have to decide whether we're going to put this lace. Well, I can't really see it very much, can you? And then the lace. I don't know why my hands are shaking. I'm just wondering if I shouldn't just make another piece of that. Because it looks like we're only going to have top, I can't even talk. It looks like we're only going to have top and bottom Santas. The problem with this is that it's a little too dark. You know, the dark on the dark, and then the lace gets swallowed up. Let's see what I've got. I have this. You don't see that much of the patterned paper. I wish we had a green paper. Alright, I'm going to put you on pause again. Sorry. Okay, so I went ahead and made them the same. I couldn't find another background that I liked. So I just went ahead and made them both the same. I'm still going to use this on the front in the middle. Like so. Making sure the Santa heads show at the top and the bottom. And then I'm going to put the lace around it. We're going to put lace on here. This is my guide. We're going to make a guide for the holes for the eyelets. And we're definitely going to go over time. So, we're just going to power through. We're almost done. I was going to go ahead and glue this on, but I thought I would show you that I had gone ahead and done the other paper. I filled my glue back up too. There's a trick to Fabri-Tac and these sweet sugar bell bottles. At least I call it a trick. There's a way to do it where you can get the lids open again and you don't have to cut the tip and try to fill it through that little tip on the end of your Fabri-Tac bottle. Open your Fabri-Tac bottle and the big part, you know what I mean? Don't cut the tip, just unscrew the lid. On the threads of the lid, you know, around the spout, the threads, put Vaseline. Yes, you heard me right. Vaseline. And then do the same thing on your sweet sugar bell bottle. Unscrew the whole lid, not the little top one where the nozzle is, but the whole thing. And put Vaseline around those threads as well. Looks like there's a little bit of a wrinkle in the paper. So that did make it wrinkly there. Just a little bit. Normally gluing around the edges, it's fine. Maybe that's the problem with my friend's paper. Okay. I'm going to take this lace and we're going to run it around the edges. I know I should probably do the thing where you taper the corners, but I'm really not very good at that. I'm going to put it right where this middle of the middle line is on the blue. Okay. Let's do the top. I guess that's what I get for doing this on a Sunday. Wow. I can hear the phone clear in the other room. I don't know about you guys. but I can hear it on my computer as well. So it's got to be messenger. Okay, now on the sides, we're going to go up the sides and then we're going to put it up underneath here. Nope, that won't be right. What have I done? Because I could just overlap it. The cover's so busy. Everything is so busy. You can't really tell. Because otherwise there's no lace coming out over here. Yeah, see, I definitely should have tried to figure out that taper thing. Well, and I definitely should have made this as long as this lace. Darn it. Okay, so from the end of that lace to the end of this lace. Oh, goodness. Just had to fill my glue, didn't I? Yeah, that's definitely not the way to do it, but we got lucky. I have glue all over my fingers now. Okay. Go from here to here. Okay. And we still have one more piece of lace to go. Now if I hadn't put the seam down the middle of the spine, I wouldn't have to put lace or anything on there, but I really don't want to see that seam. I usually, now that I think about it, put it underneath here somewhere. So at the part when we were making the spine and I said to line everything up right on top of each other, don't listen to me. Line up the spine in the middle of the paper. Just don't listen to me. Okay. All right, so now we're going to put this lace down the spine to cover that up. Hopefully we'll be able to see where we're going. I want it to be straight up the center. And then I'll trim this off the top. Now if I'd had a long enough piece, I could have brought it all the way around and that would have looked nice on the inside. But I don't. So I won't. Now if you were making a hidden spine, that's what it would look like. But we're not. We're going to use elastic. Oh, I have all this glue from tapping down that lace. Everything is sticking to me, and I have glitter all over my hands. Okay. So now we're going to take our, what did I do with it? I had a piece of paper. I have no idea where I put it. Alright, I can make another one. Okay, 1.5 inches wide. So now let's make our guide for where we want to put the holes. We want to go 1/4 inch down. Then 1/2 of 1.5 is 3/4. 1/2 of 3/4 is 3/8. So we want to go in 3/8 from either side. 1, 2, 3. That's not right. Yeah, that's 1.5 inches. 3/4 of an inch. And then half of that. Oh, those are quarters. Duh, 3/8. 1, 2, 3/8. That's where one hole should be. 1, 2, 3/8. I don't know what I was doing. 1, 2, 3/8. 1, 2, 3/8. The reason I make the bigger circle is it's easier to see in the bigger dot. It's easier to see in the crocodile. Okay, then we're going to take our book and its poor little spine that we're about to punch holes in. I'm going to lay this on here. You can just as easily draw it on the spine. You'll notice that this line lines up with where the top of our paper is. And I'm wondering what I should use because it's not that big of a... Just gonna have to be careful. Even one of those little clips. And put it on the bigger setting. But even one of those little clips still wouldn't let this fit in here. Now remember, you're going through lace. So you have to be careful. Okay. Let's do the other one. Okay, and then holding this here, let's switch the clip to the other end. Okay. Okay, so now we have our holes. Let's set our eyelets. we'll need 4. Well, I like the shiny ones better. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's all I have left. Did you put the pretty side on the outside? Slide this to the eyelet setter setting. Well, I can see this isn't straight already because it's not. Either that or the lace is crooked. And of course, this one didn't work. And I don't have any more bright silver. Well, it grabbed down there enough. Man, I haven't done that in so long. Maybe it got caught on a piece of lace or something. Okay. So now all we have to do is look at how crooked these are. The paper must have slid over or something, because these are here and those are there, so it's going to go kind of diagonal. Well, I messed that up good. There's no way to fix that except for to pry it out and put another one in, but I don't have another one this color. If I had done the other silver, then I would have been able to. So we're going to put this on. Well, that's just darn depressing. You want to make this as tight as you can. We're going to put our book corners on and put our signatures in, and we'll call it a video. A video of extraordinary length. What I thought was going to be a very happy ending And then I messed up the eyelets. That's the hardest part for me of an entire book. But I can't sew anymore. So okay, let's put the corners in. And put a little dollop of glue down in here. Just a little bit. Make sure the knife side is on the outside. Bend these in with your thumb. Hold it there for a second to let the glue dry. And then right where these little dots are, close it down tight. You have to be careful. You can scratch it. You can make big indentations in it. Oh, I did need glue. Okay. I'll do these two. Of course, I made a crease on that last one. This is the top. We don't want to put our signatures in upside down. But if we do, it's just elastic. We can take it back out. And I leave that elastic long in case it needs to be, you need to take the signatures out and make it tighter. These could be probably a little bit tighter. But if you need to adjust something, take the pages out or whatever. We need to put our writing board on. Oh, for goodness sakes. Velcro brand Velcro dots. Oh, this is ridiculous. I hate it when they do it this way. You know, I wanted to redo this anyway. So I am not going to put it in. I want to redo it, but we don't have time for that because, you know, I got that bronzing stuff on it and I'm not happy with it. So I'm going to do another one and put it in. But that's where it's going to go, is right here. And then I'm just going to leave this blank for now because I have no idea what I want to do back here. I probably should have thought of that before, but I didn't think of it until just now. So, yeah. So here's our first signature. And just open it to the center. Lift up the elastic. Oops. And slide it in. Okay, so there's number 1. And here's number 2. You just have to be careful of the charms on the outside edge, you know, when you're putting it in. So there you go. Now, this does stick up a little bit. I'll set another book on top of it. And it's just because of this right here. That's the only reason it pushes up a little bit, because everything else, there's plenty of room. So, or we could tie it with sari silk. I just don't have any in purple or green. Yeah. So, I may go back also, and I don't know if I really want to, I may put a pearl on each corner. You know what I mean? Just to kind of bring it out a little bit, a flat back pearl. So we'll have to see. I'll have to see if I have any big enough, because if you put something small on there, it's just going to look small. It's going to look really, really tiny. So you want to make sure that if you're going to put something on there, it's worth putting on, and you're not just putting it on there to put it on there. You know what I mean? So, okay. So we've got our charms. We have our lace. Looks pretty. We have our lace on the bottom. Okay, all right, that's it. We are done, folks. I'm sorry this video took so long, but this just shows you what can happen when you have troubles. You know, you just have to go with the flow and fix it. That's all there is to it. That's all you can do. That's the best you can do. Okay? All right, well, this is the end of this video, and I'll see you in the next video, and that will be just a second for you and a day for me. Okay, bye-bye. See you in the flip through tomorrow.